button and that button. Oh yeah, welcome everybody to Inside the Booth. I'm your host Dan the Law, and Oya is with us tonight.
Hey, welcome.
We have a couple of awesome guests tonight here on the show. A friend of mine from Florida and another guy that has been on the show once before, but as an interview today where he's just going to hang out and talk about movies and stuff with us. So without further ado, we will bring one on at a time. Welcome to Angel. He is a friend of mine from Orlando, Florida, one of the churches I went to. And, he likes watching movies, and he was talking to me on Facebook, and he was telling me how he loved Aquaman. So I told him, let's talk about it.
Really? How much I loved it, yes.
Best movie ever, right?
Best movie ever.
Yeah.
All right, and without further ado, you guys know him. You guys love him. He is the creator of Vader Reviews. David! What's up, Dave?
How you doing, guys? Good to be back.
Hey, good to have you again.
Welcome back.
All right, and then we have a bunch of people already talking. I was messaging them while we were before we went live, just talking a little bit. We have Josh Qualls. What's up, Josh? How are you? Thanks for coming. Corey, he came in a little early. Or not Corey, Conroy Vertius. He looks like a pirate.
I think it's Veritas.
We got pirates.
Possibly.
He's a very well-known pirate. No, I don't know. And we got Phil TMNT in the chat. What's up, Phil? How are you?
I see him on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, he tweets his life away, I think.
So he's got his hot dog suit on.
That's it. And then we got Galaxy Garage. What's up? He says,
I'm what do you call it? Suspended on Twitter?
Are you really?
My regular account. I have.
Oh, you're.
You want me to take a tweet down?
Invincible.
No, not the Invincible one.
Okay.
The other account. They took it down because they give me a strike and I'm trying to appeal it for something. So it's like it's a context thing, and I'm just repeating what's in the video. How are you going to give me a strike?
Right. Yeah, it's goofy how some of these things are. And Twitter, and you would think Twitter is supposed to be a free platform now.
They should get rid of shadow banning, and they should stop just banning people.
Yeah. Is that
unless you really break the TOS?
Right. Exactly. So yeah, guys, let's talk real quick, since no one had stayed up late on New Year's Eve and watched.
I was up till 5 a.m. I just didn't watch it.
Okay, well, everybody was
maybe
up
too
and
late.
Didn't watch the wonderful show on TV and the ball drop, especially the New York ball drop. That's the best one to watch, right? So here's a couple pictures. Woohoo! It was purple.
That's what it looks like.
It looks like that.
Wow.
My friend told me that they were exactly 1 minute behind when the clock struck midnight.
Oh, that could have been.
Oh.
And then this guy here in the middle, the guy in the middle, he's the that guy who made up the song "I Did It My Way." So, yeah, and he changed it this year. He said, he goes, "I changed it just for you, audience. Instead of I did it my way, it's we did it our way." I'm like, that's so dumb.
Oh no wait. So he wrote the song?
Yeah, he wrote Yeah.
Okay. Because I know what Frank Sinatra.
He sang it. Yep. So yeah, and this guy sang it with Frank Sinatra. I don't know which album he sang it with him in, but yeah.
Okay.
But he sang the song, the last song before it hit, and then kept going after it hit New Year. So he was like, so that's supposed to be like the big show, like of the night is just, right before it hits New Year's and then a little after, the guy singing. But the show was kind of lame, and so was all the other shows that they had. They
2023 was kind of lame, so I guess it's fitting, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. So
I heard that there was like a bunch of people. What did I do to get suspended?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead. You can answer it. That's fine.
So there was somebody complaining about someone in a video, and they basically told someone to unalive themselves, and I just said, "Oh, you're just telling people to unalive themselves," and then because I quoted the video, I got suspended.
Right, because you said unalive. You gotta like reword stuff for some reason.
How else can you? I thought I said unalive just really politely.
Right.
But I'm like, how much more polite can I get to say unalive yourself?
Living no longer. Maybe that's better.
No, that actually sounds worse.
Right. Living no longer.
Ascend to a new plane of existence.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yes, there you go.
Outer space. Inclusion.
Oh no. My favorite, not favorite word.
Funny. All right, so that was the New
Is
Year's
it true
show.
that there was like a big I don't know if this was true, it's just you were in New York, so you might know. Was there like a stampede of people, or just like an obscenely amount of people downtown?
As far as I could see from the footage, because I was watching it on TV, it didn't look like as many people as past years before.
Oh,
COVID.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Now, before COVID, obviously you had like hundreds of thousands of people, right? And then when COVID hit, you had hardly anybody for the last couple years. And then now it looked like it was a little bit of people, but it didn't go stretch all the way back into the other roads like it usually does. So, yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem too bad. I don't know about a stampede. I didn't see one.
I don't know. I just, you used to see stuff online that you're just like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right. There you go. Conroy says one. It sounds pretty good. Get spaced. Jump the space dock.
That'll work.
That's the best one ever. That's what we'll have to do from now on when we tell people to unalive themselves. I don't know. Can we say that here on YouTube?
Yeah, you can say it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It messes with your monetization, though. It does mess with your monetization. So
does it?
Okay. Well, good thing we're not.
But all I was doing was quoting somebody. But I guess I didn't put quotes, so they didn't. But anyways, I'm trying to appeal it. I don't know if I'll get the appeal or not.
Yeah, you might.
Well, I'm like, context. I'm just repeating what the guy said in the video. I'm not telling people to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's goofy. So the ball drop was fun, I guess.
Mickey Mouse is now public domain.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie.
The Steamboat Willie.
I heard about that.
There's already like 3 or 4 different horror-themed Mickey projects.
People are gonna make horror movies of Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, there's already
so ridiculous.
There's already a bunch of memes using the Steamboat. Yeah.
I've seen
why
some
did they
memes,
do that?
But
why did Disney do that? Is my question.
Because they ran out of the license time, and they didn't want to renew it. And
they've already extended it a couple
times. Yeah, the licensing ran out.
Oh.
Yeah, their licensing ran out for the domain.
Now they still probably have a trademark, because a trademark is different than copyright. So you still might want to be careful if you just want to try to make some money with Mickey stuff, because you probably better look into it more thoroughly just to totally make sure you can't get sued.
Right.
Because trademark is different than copyright. I know everyone was all excited because they were saying like pretty soon Batman and Superman are going to be public domain. But that's only if DC doesn't like renew the copyright on them.
I don't know
they
why
still
Disney
will be
didn't renew
trademarked.
it.
So
okay.
But yeah.
I guess they didn't renew it because it's like it's the oldest it's the first iteration of Disney of Mickey.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have a newer version of Mickey now.
Well, I guess everybody can go make some Steamboat Willie stuff and sell it, right?
Yeah.
So you could make a game on Steam and just sell it, and boom, you got some cash for you.
Call it Steamboat Willie. There you go. Put it on Steam. It would be perfect.
Steamboat Willie.
Awesome.
That would be so funny. He's just a gamer Mickey Mouse.
Right.
Oh yeah, I saw videos. Somebody did like a first-person shooter video game with the Steamboat Willie character, Mickey character.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like that old style. It's called Mouse.
Yeah,
I
saw.
Like that.
That's what I saw.
I want to.
It's coming out in like 2025. So I'm wondering if they're gonna redo things and make Steamboat Willie the final boss. I mean, I'm sure because they got time now. Because it was delayed. It was supposed to come out this year, I think I heard, but it's been delayed.
Do you know what studio is working on that?
I don't really know for sure. I just saw some people posting about it on Twitter the other day. So
yeah, I saw it. It looked good too. It reminded me of Cuphead, but Cuphead, the game I wish I could play.
Oh, my son has that game, so I played it a few times.
Technically, they could put Steamboat Willie in the next Cuphead too. So that would be,
there you go.
Oh, that would be cool. He could be a boss.
That would totally work. That would totally work because Cuphead has that kind of like old timey feel to it. Yeah,
I think Felix the Cat is public domain too. So technically, you could make like a Steamboat Willie Felix the Cat mashup.
Yeah, you could do that.
Problem is, all those old cartoons look stupid, so it's kind of like, why bother?
Right.
I would create something new.
I don't know. I kind of like the old style, Speaking about old style Disney cartoons, Dave, you're working on something cool. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it? I know this isn't an interview, but tell us a little bit about what you're doing there. It's cool stuff.
It's a weird story because the idea came to me in a very bizarre way because I actually got COVID and I had a fever dream where I dreamed like an entire musical movie about a cursed pirate. And when I woke up from it, I was like, that is the weirdest dream I've ever had, but those songs were good. I need to record those. So I went and I recorded them all real quick. And I started developing it now into a story, and I've been designing the characters in like Disney style animation. What we're going to do is on the channel, we're going to release kind of like an audio play version of the entire story where I'm going to have almost like storyboard versions of like a walkthrough through the movie to kind of judge people's interest level in it. And if people really like it, then we're going to try to run a Kickstarter campaign to see if we can turn it into an independent animated film. And we're going to see if we can maybe hire some people. Because I've been searching around on YouTube looking for people who do traditional hand-drawn animation with subscriber counts like relative or lower than mine. Right. And because I'm thinking like if I can get money and I can offer these people that animate really well a job to like, hey, why don't we do the first independent, like YouTube collaborative Disney style movie? Because we want it to feel like the 90s era Disney movie, like Lion King or Aladdin, back when they were good. Kind of like a mix between that and Don Bluth style movies is kind of the inspiration. And I've been doing some animation tests myself. But, it took me 3 years to edit Fallen Jedi altogether. Mm-hmm. And trying to do a hand-drawn animated movie all by myself, I'd still be working at it by the time I was 65. So I need some help to do this one.
It'd be cool to get it done sooner for sure.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice. So Yeah, I'm developing the script right now because I've got the songs. I got all the songs but one written. I have the music for all of it that I've recorded, but I need to write the lyrics. It's a song about being a pirate.
Right.
For one of the side characters. He's convinced being a pirate is the coolest thing in the world, but the song actually talks about like all the horrible things that happen to pirates.
Right.
Like, well, you might get hung or you might get your arm chopped off, but it's really cool being a pirate. You know, he's just convinced that being a pirate's the coolest thing. So it's going to be a very comical little song.
Right.
But yeah, that's
cool.
one of our mini projects that we have in the pipeline that I'm working on right now.
Sweet.
Cool,
man. Yeah, so I didn't get time to do it, but after the show, I am going to put David's link to all his YouTube stuff in the bottom description. So now
it's just Vader Reviews. If you type in Vader Reviews, you'll find
type in Vader Reviews, you'll find him. That's it. Yeah, so I guess let's get into a little bit of this Aquaman stuff that everybody's waiting for. I know. Sorry for making you wait, everybody. So we have Aquaman and his brother, less Aquaman. We have.
Can he talk to fishes too?
I don't know, but we have.
They never have him do it.
Heard, the Little Mermaid, Amber Heard.
She would have been a better Ariel than the one they chose, though.
She would have been. And then we got Boba Fett. I don't know why he's in this movie, but he is, and I love it.
In it?
Boba Fett.
He plays Aquaman's dad.
Yeah,
he was his dad in the first
character,
one.
Yeah.
So, okay, everyone, we are now going to be talking about Aquaman. The
spoilers ahead for everybody.
Kingdoms.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see it.
Oh yes. Is this like spoiler free or just
No.
Spoil it all you want. Nobody cares.
Everything. We always spoil everything here on Inside the Booth. I think that's why people don't stay subscribed to us. I don't know.
Spoil movies too much
because we always spoil everything all the time.
Do you give spoiler warnings though? Because if you did that, at least people wouldn't get mad at you.
Yeah, spoiler warning.
You give spoiler warnings.
Yes.
I don't have
sometimes
a warning if you really want to go see this movie.
If you want to see this movie, stop and go see it.
Go watch it, then come back and watch us.
Right here. This is it. I don't have a thing that says spoiler warning, but there you go. Right now, spoilers. So if you, like Oya said, if you haven't seen it and want to see it, you can stop this video, go watch it, and then come back.
And then come back and watch the rest of the video.
That's right. Good job, Oya. Thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, all right. So we're gonna do this a little differently because there are 4 of us. I don't think I want to go with the regular stuff that we usually talk about but I will probably bring up some stuff. So for now, let's just talk about what our first thoughts were when we watched it, and then as we thought about it, what are our thoughts afterwards. And I'll go first since because at first, everybody, I kind of liked the movie. I know this is controversial.
Whoa.
I kind of liked it. And I'll tell you why I liked it, for the aspect parts of the brother parts of the movie, because
it's Patrick Wilson.
Because I have a brother, and we get into fights, and then we make up, and then we get into fight, and that's what I saw basically in the whole movie. But then when I started talking to Angel and Dave and a few other people on the internet, they kind of brought some things to my memory, and I'm like, oh, you're right, that stuff don't make sense. but at the same time, so I liked it at first. I was like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I did hear some bad things that was about the movie. I do wish they recast Amber Heard's character, because that whole thing that happened between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I wish they would have recast her, but at the same time, they didn't really show her too much in the movie anyways.
No.
And then
really? I heard they showed her a lot more, but I guess not.
Well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
She died and then came back to life at the end of the movie.
She didn't actually die. She was just injured. She was injured real bad, and they put her in the hospital. She was in like the fish hospital, and
she was in the hospital.
Yeah. So,
it's kind of like Leia going into a coma in The Last Jedi. It's like, let's get her out of the movie for a while, that kind of thing.
So to me, she died, and I was like, oh, good, they killed her off. And then she came back, and I was like, oh, well, whatever. And then
weird.
And then Boba Fett dies in this movie, and I'm like,
actually, no, he didn't. He just got stabbed. Well, he got injured.
That's the thing, but he looks like he's dead. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, that's good. And I don't remember.
Is he still alive?
After that, but
well, what happens
apparently
is
he's still alive.
Yeah, Black Manta, I think he stabs him with a trident or something. He injures him some way, but he says like, I'm going to leave you alive because I want your son to watch you die. And then Aquaman gets there and he's all injured. And then Queen Atlanta comes with some medical guys from under the sea. They put a little respirator on him. And then I think he was supposed to die originally, because she's still acting all sad, leaning over him, kissing him and everything. And it's in the rain. So she's not acting like he's okay, but you hear this really kind of clunky overdub voice being like, he's stabilized. Don't worry. He's going to make it. So it really sounds like they just kind of added that later because they're like, well, let's make it happy. So I think he was really originally supposed to die, but I think it was one of those moments where it's like, lighten the tone. Let's have him survive,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, one part that I absolutely didn't, or actually there were many things that were like so off, but the brother gets Manta, whatever, Black Manta, whatever the evil guy is. The brother gets blasted with a heat ray, like right through the chest.
Yeah,
like right. I mean, and he's like fried, and you think. And I could have sworn he was dead, but then he's not dead. I'm like, and he's like, he's laying on the floor like he's dead, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gone. But then somehow he's not dead. That makes no sense.
Right.
They're hardy folk, apparently.
Yeah, that's what they did with Amber Heard. They had to redo that Amber Heard part too, I think. This movie would have been better if all these people died, to be honest. And it was like
kill everybody.
Gory, kill everyone. Bloody, gory movie. That would have been fun. But they didn't. They went Disney, and they went like nobody can die after getting hurt.
It's so unrealistic. If you watch The Boys, it's like they're like I don't know. Once you watch The Boys, you're like, why don't you just into more people's lives?
Well, they got to keep it PG-13.
Oh, right, because it's Disney. I forgot. Yeah.
Actually, this is Warner Brothers, so.
Oh, Warner Brothers. Sorry.
It's just PG-13, and superhero movies are kind of generally family fare, so that's probably why. But.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, The Watchmen was violent and good.
That was rated R, though.
Oh, right.
Phil says he fell asleep through some of the Aquaman because he found it mostly boring.
He didn't love like Martin Short's little, throne room.
Oh, that was
band.
interesting. That was interesting. It was
Martin Short plays like a Jabba the Hutt style fish crime lord. He's like this big fish guy.
Oh,
and he even has like a little group of guys that sing a little song. If you thought Jedi Rocks was stupid in the special edition of Return of the Jedi, it's like, watch this because this is even worse.
This is the same
thing. It was dumb. It was very dumb.
That was Martin Short as the big fat fish.
Yep.
Who directed the movie?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was doing something different with his voice, but there's one time he yelled when it's like, that sounds like Hubie from Pebble and the Penguin. And Martin Short did that. So I think that's Martin Short. And I looked on the credits and it was him.
Yeah.
So yeah. But James Wan directed this movie. But there were reshoots under like studio mandate. So I think there was some very clear meddling because the first movie, I loved the first Aquaman.
Yeah,
I did too.
I never watched the first one. I've never been a big Aquaman fan.
Right.
And why? And another thing I didn't get in the movie was how come how come the evil guy and the scientist played by Randall Park, how in the world are they able to find Atlantis so easily and so quickly? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this supposed to be like some super secret mystical, whatever kingdom that nobody can find, and yet Randall Park and the Black Manta guy, they find it like in 5 minutes.
I think part of what was going on there actually had to do with the whole ice caps melting, because they were up there on an expedition searching.
Global warming is real.
Yeah, they fell down through the big ice shaft, and then that's how they found all the ancient subs. And I think they're supposed to have used tracking gear inside of the ancient Atlantean subs to find Atlantis. They never really actually say that in the movie, but the fact that they have access to Atlantean tech, and then that's when they find Atlantis, I just kind of assumed it's like, okay, well, if you got Atlantean tech, you'd be able to find Atlantis probably, because they'd have better sensors. Now, where he got his entire army of Johnny Quest side characters to be his minions, I'm not exactly sure.
Johnny Quest.
But I mean, well, yeah, his minions, they look like Johnny Quest villains. There was an episode called Enemy Below.
When I was a kid.
Yeah, if you watch this episode called Enemy Below, there are these bad guys in a submarine. They're wearing these same like black stupid rubber suits with like the little like Teletubby face cut out of the front of it. And they look exactly like Johnny Quest villains. So
I think I know what you're talking about.
Dr. Quest builds this like undersea rover with the arms that he catches a squid with and everything. It's like
Johnny.
You watch Johnny Quest.
It's been a while, but that's pretty.
We used to watch Johnny Quest every New Year's Eve. We used to watch Johnny Quest marathons. So I've seen a lot of Johnny Quest growing up.
I watched it like when you come home from school at 5 o'clock or something. It would be on. I don't even know when that was. That was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at. I'm looking it up real quick so I can see what.
And the CGI in this, the CGI in this was horrible. It looked like a video game, which it was
pretty rough at times.
It was
very rough. Yeah,
I'm not gonna excuse it, but I really do think it's because everybody's working from home and there's lack of communication.
I think they just kind of didn't care about this one too, because they knew like this was it, and it was like, let's just get it done. Because I mean, even the studio didn't care. They announced before this movie even came out that they were canceling the old DCEU and rebooting everything. So it was kind of like this movie didn't seem like it was a big priority to anybody.
Yeah.
So
probably not the studios either.
So what question? Does anyone know when they're going to reboot it? Because in my opinion, they should wait 10 years and then do it.
It's going to be James Gunn's new Superman. That's going to be the reset.
But I'm so superheroed out right about now.
I would be if it wasn't for Invincible and The Boys, but that's just my opinion.
That's different.
That's like a total different genre.
It is. So that's my opinion. They should wait at least 5 years, right? At least wait.
They should wait a while because there's been too many.
Well, what are they gonna do when they don't have any superhero things to do? That's their cup of tea.
Probably video game movies are gonna take over.
Oh no! They're gonna destroy my childhood.
It's gonna. Video game movies are gonna be next.
They're gonna destroy anything good from video games. That's what they're gonna do.
The Mario movie was actually pretty good. I liked the Mario movie.
The Mario movie was good. I'll give you that. It was good. Yeah. I'm worried about the Zelda one.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna do Zelda. Okay, I don't know how that's gonna be. But one video game movie that's just horrible that I absolutely hate, the Resident Evil movies. Those are horrible.
I liked Silent Hill movie. One of the Silent Hill movies. I don't know if I like it now. If I watched it, I'll probably be like, oh, that's horrible. But one of the Silent Hill movies I thought was great. And I'm like, I really enjoyed it. And I think that was like the only like real like attempt at a video game movie that I really liked.
It's a stupid movie, but I like the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme because it's like the closest thing we've ever gotten to a G.I. Joe movie.
Horrible.
It's a stupid movie, but I love it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. What do they call them?
So bad it's good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to think. What other video game movies has come out? There must be a good one somewhere. Besides Mario, that doesn't count.
New ones or old ones? New movies.
I liked the Sonic movies for what they were.
The Sonic movies.
They could have gone further with the Sonic stuff, but I do like the Sonic movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Sonic movies too. Those were good, and especially was it Jim Carrey as
Dr. Robotnik? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I've actually never seen them. I should probably watch.
You've never seen them? No, you should watch them.
I should.
Because there is animation in it, and you can compare.
I actually,
how the
when the Sonic movie came out, I was working at a studio, and we kind of made fun of the original Sonic trailer image that came out.
Right.
Everyone in the whole like CG world was just laughing and making fun of it the whole time. Like the whole day, we would just be sending memes to each other.
Yeah, that's why they fixed it because the first iteration of it, nobody liked it.
Yeah, well, it was fun to like meme with coworkers at work about it.
That's true.
Can I just mention about the Aquaman movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
The inconsistencies in the rules of the powers or whatever. It was just really frustrating. Like, okay, they're supposed to be underwater people and they can't live in the surface, but yet there's scenes in the movie where in the first scene where the brother gets broken out of jail and he's in a desert-like climate. They're underground and he's supposed to be all weak and stuff like that because he's dry. But yet they're underground, and when Aquaman is busting him out of jail, and he's able to run around and do stuff, and then so he's able to run around and do stuff underground. But then when they burst into the surface in that desert-like climate, then he's all weak and like and then they go back to that inconsistency when Aquaman and his brother are on that mystical island, jungle island thing, and while they're in the mystical jungle island thing, they're able to run around and jump and and he's not all weak and frail because he's dry. It makes no sense. No sense.
That's just true. It doesn't make sense. But what I thought was funny when he started running with his arms behind his back. And he's like, I don't know how to run.
But that was also a problem too, though, because he ran in the desert totally fine. But then when he gets in the jungle, he's running like Naruto, acting like, I don't know what to do with my arms because I've never run before. He even says that. But it's like, you just ran in the other scene. Right. And it's like, and he was moving like a normal human.
He ran like
now
Naruto.
In the first movie, they did say that highborn Atlanteans could breathe air on the surface. I think the thing with the water was just if you're deprived from water for too long, it weakens you. And since they swam all the way to that jungle island, I guess he was supposed to have soaked up enough seawater like a sponge or something. Call him SpongeBob or something. And like, he had enough water left over when they were in the jungle, I guess. The thing I thought was really stupid about that scene was the first movie had a special island with dinosaurs. That was cool. And then they're teasing like, ooh, there's something dangerous in the jungle that's going to get you. So I thought like, oh, this movie's dumb, but at least I'm going to see some cool dinosaurs, I guess. They're running through the jungle. And then instead of dinosaurs, it felt like Journey
plants.
To the Center of the Earth because it was like giant PD piranha plants from Mario and they were running from giant crickets. It's like,
yes,
it was stupid.
Crickets.
It was very stupid.
Wow.
And what's the thing where he eats the cockroach? That was disgusting.
Yeah. Aquaman offers his brother a cockroach and is like,
cockroach? That's disgusting.
He calls him the shrimp of the land.
It is gross, but at the same time, I thought that scene was funny.
So his brother's Patrick Wilson?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he do a good job though?
I thought he did a good job.
No worse than the first movie, I guess.
No worse than the first. I didn't even see the first.
No, you should see it. The first one was better.
The first one is good, but I thought he was pretty bland.
Yeah.
I thought Orm himself was pretty bland in the first one.
I just didn't think Jason Momoa was Aquaman, but that's just me.
Right.
He's you got to kind of accept him as just kind of like he's biker Aquaman, basically. And then
right, yeah.
He just looks like a male mermaid to me, but whatever.
Right. No. If you look at it, Patrick Wilson almost looks like the original cartoon Aquaman.
Yeah, he should have been Aquaman.
Yeah, he does.
You know?
He does the original cartoon Aquaman. Yeah.
He's got the
they did that on purpose. They thought it would be clever, I guess. More expectations subverted.
Do you think that maybe
subvert expectations
after this movie, if they didn't reboot everything, you think maybe they wanted to use him as the new Aquaman because Aquaman doesn't want the throne and stuff like that?
I don't think so, because he struggles with the throne in the comics, and at the very end of the movie he says he's at a press conference and he literally says, "I am Aquaman." Like they did like the "I am Iron Man" thing.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I was like, why did they say that? That's what Iron Man did. Why?
With the look on his face, with the look on his face and how goofy he was being, I feel like that might have been an outtake they just decided to go with, because they're like, you know what? It's over. We're not making another one of these. We might as well end the DC universe on the note that the MCU started on. You know,
right?
I don't know.
Love It says hot take.
I agree. Love It.
Jason is all that.
I agree. True. I heard he's not. I don't know. I don't think he's a.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's buff, but I don't know.
I heard he's got some sketchy side to him, but I don't know.
Well, isn't he a? What are they called? Those people. I can't think of the name. Yeah. Like he's like one of those nomad people, right?
I don't know.
Travel all the time.
I have no idea. Is he?
I think so.
He's a nomad?
A nomad, yeah.
Is
random? No, it is random. Gypsy. That's what they call him. A gypsy. Isn't he gypsy?
I don't know.
He's Samoan and German, I'm pretty sure.
Is that the and what was that language? What was that language that he was talking with his father when they were sitting at the table and they're having the beer and the dad
that would have been Islander stuff.
Okay, Islander.
Because Tamora Morrison, they had him doing the haka, which is like a sacred dance in the old.
Right, that's Hawaiian type island stuff, right?
A lot of different stuff from islanders. The guy who played Aquaman's dad, Tamora Morrison, he's from New Zealand.
Okay,
he's part of the Maori people.
The Maori people.
Maori.
So they brought a little bit of that stuff in there.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, and another thing I didn't get about the movie. I know this is a small thing, but I just another inconsistency.
Hey, Brett.
Another inconsistency in the movie. How if they're in the water and they can fly through the water like penguins do or whatever, why do they need the vehicles if they could just fly through the water?
For protection, maybe.
I guess the only concept would be just like maybe it gets them there faster, and then they're less worn out when they get there. That's the only way I can think to explain it, because they can shoot through the water like a bullet, so it doesn't really seem like they need vehicles.
Right.
But I guess if it is like physical exertion, it's like
maybe
it's. But I mean, if you think of modern warfare, it's kind of like, hey, we can run. Why get in a tank? It's like, well, maybe you don't want to run the whole way. I don't know.
But the way they move in the water, that's the equivalent of flying. That's like, that's like Superman can fly, but he chooses to take a car.
Wonder Woman can fly, but she has an invisible jet, so maybe it's just DC logic. You never know.
The DC logic, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
if I was Superman, I would fly everywhere. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yes.
Why would you even walk? You could fly.
Say Aquaman sucks for no reason.
That's like Nightcrawler that can teleport. Walking.
Yeah,
everywhere.
walking.
Like,
yeah.
Why are you walking if you can teleport?
Didn't they do that in one of the X-Men movies? And it's just like he could teleport anywhere. Why would you walk?
I don't know.
Maybe it wears him out eventually.
Once the experience, yeah. So anyway,
he runs out of his.
So here's.
I mean, it can't be easy on your body to teleport.
So here is an issue that I had with the movie when I was watching it, and obviously I thought about it afterwards too. Was that Aquaman is like he's changing the baby, and every time he goes, oh, it pees in my mouth every time, and then like the one time it doesn't, the girl's like, and then it pees in his mouth. That was stupid. What
she does her little water powers to make it pee.
Yeah, water powers, or I don't know what the heck it was, but that was dumb. It was like using the force.
Well, she has the power to manipulate water.
Right. Okay, so
I guess it was a harmless domestic prank, supposedly.
Right, I get that. I guess. But
was this in the movie?
It was in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another thing that really bothered me was the whole, he's there with his wife a lot of times, and then all of a sudden, in one scene, he's changing his baby's diaper, and the father goes, or he says something to the father. Yeah, it's tough being single, huh? Like. He's divorced now or something.
Well, no, I mean, that scene was him talking to his dad about how hard it is being a dad. He was like, I never realized how hard it was for you. And then he said, like, to single dads, meaning like, now that I have a kid, I know how hard you had it. So here's a toast to you single dads out there, because I didn't know.
Right. But like hard. Amber Heard wasn't there to be found for a little while, and then all of a sudden
she was folding towels in the other room. She was folding towels in the other room.
That's what it was. The single dads. I'm single, but now I'm not. I am, and I'm not. I don't know. It was weird.
He wasn't saying he was single. He was talking to his dad, saying, I never knew how hard it was for you to raise a kid.
Right.
So here's to you, single dads. I respect what you did, raising me, kind of thing.
I get that, but they didn't expound on that. It was more of to single dads, like he was single too, like, I just changed the diaper. I'm a dad. I'm a single dad now or something. I don't know. It was just weird to me. They didn't really explain it,
The thing, one of the big things for me that I kind of felt like with this movie was I think they should have had a different villain for the movie.
Who was
they should have.
Because
the same
Black
one
Manta
was
the villain.
The first movie,
we didn't have a different.
The first movie was about Black Manta was like, I'm gonna kill Aquaman because he killed his dad, and he was working for Orm.
Yeah, and then
now this one is I'm gonna kill Aquaman, and now it's like he already kicked his butt once. It's kind of like what they should have done is go with a new villain, and then if they wanted to bring Black Manta back, bring him back in the third one. So we've had like a break from what the first movie felt like, because it's felt very much like a retread of like, okay, we don't even have new characters. It's like it's Orm, Aquaman, and Black Manta, just like the last one. It's like with Spider-Man, you had Green Goblin first, then you had Dr. Octopus, then we got back to the Green Goblin thing with Harry wanting revenge on Peter for his dad dying. I think they should have had it be Aquaman and Black Manta, then a different villain, and then Black Manta comes back in the third one to try to get revenge for what Aquaman did in the first movie. That would have been better narratively, I think. Right. Because as it stands, this movie was very much just kind of like, it's similar to the first one, but just stupid. So it's just kind of like a dumb version of the first one, basically. And it felt very bland.
But they did have a new villain. They had that demon thing that possessed Manta.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I guess that was the what was the name, Thorax or Clorox or some Parallax.
I forget the villain actually, but I forget his name. It was something stupid, but like in the end, it made it kind of like Black Manta's working for someone else again, as he's like, I'm gonna kill Aquaman again, making it like the first movie, because it was like the main villain was a side guy that Aquaman was fighting. So it's like it was kind of, I don't know. It felt redundant to me.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been cooler to maybe have him fight something else that's totally unrelated to Orm and Black Manta, and then just get back to that in the last one.
That would have been.
Right.
But I think they did it the way they did it because, well, okay, first of all, because of the pandemic, it got stuck in production hell. So and then they brought it up, but they ended it the way they did because it's gonna get rebooted. James Gunn's gonna reboot the whole thing and whatever. So they just threw a bunch of, just junk at it.
Just threw whatever they could into the movie.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't really matter because it's all over anyway.
Yes,
that's true. It's all over.
Basically.
I like what Brett says here, going back to the teleporting thing. He goes, Spaceballs, President Scroob teleported, and his butt was on backwards. Never teleport, he says.
Good
That's
advice.
right. Good advice. Don't teleport. Your butt will be on. How come you didn't tell me my butt was so big? It would cause global warming. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to rag on anybody that likes Aquaman 2. Because if people enjoyed it, it's like, that's cool. Because I've liked a lot of movies that people like really didn't like. I mean, aside from a couple elements in Rebel Moon, I enjoyed that movie, but like everybody else on the internet like totally hated it apparently. So,
Rebel Moon.
So I get it if you like something that nobody else likes.
Right.
So I don't want to seem like I'm being mean-spirited about.
No. You're not being mean-spirited.
There were just a lot of things about this one that were just to me, it wasn't my taste, and I was really disappointed because I liked the first one so much. I think this is probably the most disappointing movie I've seen this year, just because I was looking forward to it because I liked the first Aquaman so much.
Right. Well, it would have been just better if they killed off Amber Heard and just left her out the rest of the movie. You know what? Somebody should re-edit this movie and just leave in the parts where he's, with his brother, and then the rest of it can go away. Forget about the whole baby thing and the Amber Heard thing and the.
Well, there's no way to get rid of the baby plot because that's like the central theme of the movie. He's kidnapped the baby, and Aquaman has to go rescue the kid.
Okay, we'll make him a single dad.
You need a baby.
There's kind of no fixing the movie really if you didn't like it. So.
Right. Darn.
I will say Amber Heard is far from the worst part of this movie. She's barely in it, and it's like
that's true.
The movie has its own problems without her. So it was really dumb.
I heard she was in it a lot. Maybe I heard wrong.
I think it's probably just to someone who didn't want her in it at all. It felt like a lot.
Right.
But like she's barely in it. She really is barely in it.
Okay.
So, because there was a rumor going around they were going to cut her completely out of the movie. I knew they weren't going to do that.
Right. They could have just recasted the person. I mean, there's a lot of actresses out there that can dye their hair red.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah,
I would have recast her.
Yeah, they could dye their hair red and act like a stiff neck person. Like, yeah, I am a good actress. Look at me. Whoosh.
I guess it didn't matter too much to me because it's kind of like if I didn't watch a movie because an actor was a jerk, I wouldn't watch anything. I mean, with everything going on in Hollywood, it's like, it's like plenty of actors do horrible stuff. So, yes, I agree with Micah.
I heard that she was in it a lot more, but I didn't watch the first movie. I don't really have a reason to watch the second movie, really.
Well, there you go. Michael says, everybody just skip Aquaman like you're going to do and go watch Godzilla -1.
I heard that was really good.
Yes, it's very good.
I haven't seen it.
Godzilla -1 is awesome.
It's amazing.
The best Godzilla movie.
Is it still in theaters?
Yeah. Yes.
It might be if you go quick.
If you go quick.
It was going to be until like January something, but I don't know what exactly.
It's all in Japanese, but they have the subtitles, but the subtitles stay on there long enough for you to read them.
Oh, nice. It's true because I can't read fast.
You know how subtitles.
Pause it.
The subtitles are on the screen and then they go way fast, but on this movie they stay on there long enough for you to read
Yo,
it.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched some animes that had to stop, read it for a while because I was like, cause they would like flash real quick, and you're just like, what did you say?
Well, yeah, what was that? Exactly.
No,
Rebel Moon was that way with the subtitles. They were off like super fast. It was hard to read some of the subtitles in Rebel Moon.
In anime?
Like, flash up and
Rebel Moon. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was something wrong with Netflix, but like there was a part where the dude is like he's taming that griffin thing, and he was talking in a different language, and they just like pop it up and flash it off real quick, and it was like, dude, let me read it. You know, I need to know what he's saying.
Yeah.
All the deaf people are like struggling.
Right. Brett, you're going to Hawaii? Nice. Bring us with you, please.
Yeah, I would love to trip to Hawaii.
That sounds fun.
Wow, a trip to Hawaii. That's cool.
I've never been to Hawaii, so that would be nice.
I have a friend who's been to Hawaii, and I'm like, how have you been to Hawaii before me?
I've never been anywhere.
You've never been anywhere?
No, not really.
You've never left your state?
My big adventure was going back to Ohio to see some family for a little bit.
Oh man, and you call that an adventure?
You call that an adventure?
How was Ohio though?
It's nice. I mean, I grew up there for like I guess not
you grew
much
up
of my life now.
in Ohio.
For part of my life. We moved out
Okay.
to another state when I was pretty young. I was about like maybe I want to say 10 or 11, something like that. And
Isn't Chicago or Salt Lake City near Ohio? No, I don't think so.
Phil says he's been there 5 times. Nice.
5
Never
times
mind.
Hawaii. Wow.
I
I had a friend from Hawaii. That was about as close as I've gotten to Hawaii. So
had to make a stop in Colorado, and I think it was like near Ohio. Maybe not. I don't think it is. Hold on. Sorry.
it's a pretty mellow place. Got a lot of good Italian food because there's a lot of mafia stuff in Cleveland.
In Ohio?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should go to Ohio now.
Any good Italian food place you go to, it's probably going to be a mob-owned place in Ohio, or at least that's how it was when I was a kid.
What? Really?
Good food though, very good food.
I thought that was more like Chicago and.
Okay, it was
there's
Chicago.
a lot of it in
I went to
Cleveland, too.
Chicago, and it was near Ohio.
So,
But it was just the airport.
I miss it though. I miss Ohio because I miss the snow and the weather's a lot more mild.
You miss the snow?
You
A
miss
lot
the
of people
snow?
don't like snow.
The snow's not too bad.
I always like the snow because like the air finally smells clean when it snows. And there's kind of like a stillness to the air.
I know what you're talking about. And
So-
yes, I love snow. I prefer
It's almost
snowy
like a rain.
states. I'd rather have a snow than rain, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically the same thing. Just one is frozen.
Well,
and
snow
one
is
not.
better because it's not wet.
It's not wet. No, it does get wet when it melts.
when you have fresh snow, there's like you were saying, David. There is a silence in the air. Like there's a silence
You
that
can almost
the
feel
snow absorbs the sound more than usual. So it's like I don't know. There's something peaceful about snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That was really cool. Phil TMNT said he met Kevin Eastman.
Yeah.
I don't know who
in
he
Chicago.
is.
He's one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Eastman and
Oh,
Dirt, they made the
that's
original
neat.
Ninja Turtles comics.
Oh,
That is
I'm not moving to Chicago. I'm not moving.
Winter can be stupid. Nice.
Is there a lot of snow in Chicago right now, Phil, or no? Chicago would really be the last place I would move to, though.
I don't know.
In my places of
We
imaginary.
usually have snow by now here in upstate New York, but this year we haven't had too much of anything yet. We had snow couple days before Christmas, then it melted, and then haven't had anything.
Oh, so you had a
since
little
then.
snow.
Yeah, we had a little snow.
A
Like
little.
a few days before. And I was like, oh, only if it stays like this for 2 more days, I'll be happy, because it's nice to have snow on Christmas Day. But no, it didn't work out. So darn. And then you see all these planes in the sky with all the streaks, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the government's doing today. They're seeding the clouds and making it so it's like, okay, whatever. But that's too
conspiracy
bad.
theory.
Hey, now here at Inside the Booth, we believe in them.
Oh,
Not all of them, but there are some that are a little bit on the obvious side.
Bigfoot is really a Wookiee. That's one of them.
That is one of them. Yes, that is one of them.
He's somebody dressed in a Chewbacca suit.
In a Chewbacca costume.
Fun fact: Peter Mayhew had to wear like an orange, like hunting vest when they were filming Return of the Jedi, so no one would mistake him for Bigfoot when they were in the forest and shoot him. He always had to have someone with them.
That's actually really funny.
Because that would have been
Awful,
pretty terrible to get blown away by someone saying, I finally got him! And then he blows away Chewbacca.
Some redneck.
Yep.
I told you he was real.
Right.
It's like, oh crap, it's just some tall British guy in a costume.
Oh man, imagine how bad you would feel afterwards though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like excited and then sad very quickly.
Right. So yeah,
Expectations
Aquaman.
subverted.
Yeah, Aquaman.
Aquaman
great
was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah. All right,
Horrible movie.
so real quickly, let's go through. We don't have to talk about or explain any of these the categories that we usually do, but let's just throw out some numbers. Just let me know. Would you give it a point or not a point? All right, let's go. Plot. Would you give it a point or no?
No.
I don't think I would either.
I don't think
give it a point because it had a plot. It just had a stupid one, so I'd have to give it 1 point at least, I guess.
Well, okay, one point.
All right, so it's got 2 points. All right,
Kansas
let's go.
City.
Acting.
Sounds like
Point
a
or no
good
point?
I love barbecue.
Acting, I would give it a point for the acting. I mean, there was Nicole Kidman wasn't half bad, and I would give it a point for the acting.
All right, what about you, Dave? What would you give it a point?
Django is pretty cool as usual, so I'll give it a point for Django.
Oh yeah, would you give it? Oh yeah, didn't even watch it. Never mind. Me,
I didn't watch it.
I don't give it a point because Amber Heard's acting was horrible. And
Can
if
I
they're
give
not
it a
all
point?
good,
Owen Wilson in it?
if they're not all good, they're bad.
But she wasn't the only one in the movie. There were other people.
Well, I know that, but when one person can't act, it just ruins the whole thing. So there you go. Cinematography. Does anybody like the cinematography?
No.
It had its moments. But
no, it was terrible.
But
it looked
in
very
a whole,
cartoony.
So in a
It looked
whole,
very
It really looked that bad? Dang.
no points for me because
I'm really disappointed.
I don't give it any points only because there were parts of the CGI that looked like a PlayStation 2 game.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Is it really that bad? Man.
Some of it looked really rough.
Yeah.
Like one of the times, like Aquaman's whole body looks like really stupid. It looks like they just cut out his head and put it on a completely CG funny body when he's clapping once.
Yeah.
It's right at the beginning of the movie when he's talking about being the freaking king of Atlantis as he's overdubbing it, and he's like clapping underwater, and it looks so bizarre and fake.
Yeah.
We saw it on like a humongous screen too, so it's like every flaw was like, the size of a pickup truck, and it was terrible.
Exactly. Would you guys give it a point for music? The score of the movie, was the score any good? Do you guys remember?
I actually wouldn't, because I liked the music in the first one because it had that really cool bass line, and they never did it in this movie. So they had a bass line that like hit you in the chest in the first one.
Right. So would that be a no then? No point for this?
No for me. No for
All
me.
right. What about you, Angel? Would you give that a point?
I'd give it a point because it had a lot of like the classic 70s music and stuff like that, and I like some of that.
Yeah.
But I'd give it a point.
Me, I give it no point. It was not memorable at all. And then last but not least, we always have the category allegory.
No, zero, horrible.
Zero.
It's like okay.
0 for allegory. Wow, that doesn't happen often.
Allegory is humans are destroying the planet, and
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. What about you,
it's a
Dave?
climate change thing.
There really wasn't any kind of message just beyond like the importance of family, and if you want that, just watch a Fast and Furious movie. It's probably going to be better. And that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I'm saying that. So
that's true.
family is the only message really here. So you might as well just watch Vin Diesel drive a car really fast, I guess.
You guys just convinced me not to give an allegory a point. Okay. All right, so this whole movie, there's 3 of us rating this. It got a 5 out of would have been 15. So
that's what I gave it. I gave it a 5 because I like the family aspect, and that's about it.
The Beta Reviews rating, it would have gotten a 1 out of 5 Death Stars because this is one I'm never going to watch again. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is why I never wanted to watch the movie because
Lord
I knew
Vader.
it would be bad.
The weird thing is, it's like I wasn't mad coming out of the theaters watching the movie. It was just kind of like, it was just stupid. It's like I had fun going to see a movie with my brothers that night.
Right.
So the experience of going somewhere with my brothers to watch a movie was fun. But the movie itself, I couldn't think of one thing I liked about it other than like 2 shots of Black Manta where he like kind of appeared out of the dark with his glowing helmet eyes.
Right.
A couple of shots were cool like that, but like other than that, it was just stupid.
You're totally right. They are Johnny Quest enemies.
Yeah.
You know what?
She's just looking it up right now.
No, I looked. No. I went to see the Willy Wonka movie with my friend a couple weeks ago, and I saw a pop figure, and it said Aquaman, and I'm like, why does that look so familiar? Like, it looks so familiar. And I'm like, where have I seen that before? And now that you mentioned the Johnny Quest thing, I'm like, that's totally what I like in my head that I recognize.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's crazy.
So Lovett did say that I always find an allegory, and it's true. I do. I would have said one tonight, but you know what?
Well, go ahead, pull it out of your butt. Let's see what your allegory is.
It was just going to be the brother aspects of.
Yes.
That's not really an allegory. That's just like a friendly theme.
It's just like a theme.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. But you kind of got to have a brother with you for accountability at times, So, and they're usually a brother is the only one that kind of understands another brother. So, and so that's my. That I would have expounded on all of that, but forget about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And
the octopus. That was another thing I forgot to mention was Aquaman's like octopus sidekick that can somehow survive walking through the desert with no water.
That's another thing that made no sense.
Was that octopus?
Yeah. There was an octopus.
Aquaman has an octopus sidekick named Topo, who makes the sound like the little octopus minions from the Penguins of Madagascar make, how they did that like kind of noise.
Yeah.
It made that same stupid noise, and it walks through the desert with Aquaman.
Yeah,
goes on this whole
makes
mission.
No sense.
Yeah,
and it
That's
can survive
weird.
in a desert with no water. It's like
compared
you guys
to,
know
compared
how ocean creatures work exactly.
Right. And it
would have
changed.
definitely died
It changed
due to
the
lack of
desert
water.
into. Yeah, and it changed into desert colors too. It was like a chameleon.
It can.
And
Well,
it was-
some octopus they can do camouflage. They have chromatophores in their skin that allow them to make themselves look like coral or anything else to evade predators. But it's like surviving without the water though. And it was another like opportunity to have something pee in Jason Momoa's face too, because the octopus pees on him.
Yeah.
As well. So it's like
exactly.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
So
It's like-
strange. The strangest thing.
So
the
the only
had an
thing.
obsession with that. It was
So
weird.
Yeah.
The only thing
Micah
I
says,
think about,
brothers got a hug. That's right.
the only
Just
thing I
hug it
think
out.
about when I hear Aquaman is like the deep from the boys. Like that's all I think, and I'm just like nothing else. I don't know. Have you guys seen the boys at all? Anyone?
I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't
I don't
seen it.
I've heard of it, but no.
typically
Never mind.
watch. It's a little bit too graphic for my taste from everything I've heard of it. So me personally, I just watch.
Darn.
I watch more mellow stuff.
I don't. I guess I don't.
It's just a personal taste thing with me. That was. Oh yeah. Well, the big crab kaiju voiced by Julie Andrews wasn't in this movie.
Right.
So it's like you'd wonder why he wouldn't just call up that thing whenever he has a problem. It's like, hey, Mary Poppins, take him out, and
Right,
let Crab Godzilla take out everything. But it's like she doesn't even exist in this movie. Speaking of crabs, though, you did have Gimli voicing the crab guy again.
Yeah.
Gimli was.
But
there.
he was like a total goofball in this movie.
Yeah,
he was
strange.
Totally played for goofiness, and just like everything else, it was just.
Yeah, the whole movie was basically goofy.
It felt like the
Lovett
movie
says she'd
kind of
rather
couldn't
watch
decide what it wanted to be.
Sharknado. Yeah.
Sharknado?
Yeah.
I've never seen Sharknado.
You never seen it?
You've never seen
At least the
Sharknado?
I never
first
got
one?
around to that one.
I don't think I did either, but
I've seen the first and
Sharknado's
second
not
one.
my kind of movie.
It's one of those movies that are so bad, it's good. I mean, really, really bad. It's like
I've heard it's like intentionally stupid, right? Isn't that what they were going for with those?
Yeah.
At first, no. The first movie, I think they were trying to make it a serious movie. And
I
then
know
they
the studio that works on those. They're kind of
and then
infamous for low budget.
Right. And then they decided, well, let's just make it funny because everybody's making it funny, so.
Hey, master of the TDS. I know that person.
Hey, I know that guy. Hey,
I follow him on Twitter. Hello.
Seen him on Twitter.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Hello.
Brett says, David, he loves your Star Trek collection.
That's my brother's. Which arm here? Here we go. Yeah, that's my brother's stuff. I can't take credit for it. I watch all of them with him, but he's the one who bought all that stuff. So
he's slowly building up his Star Trek.
It's a good collection.
Yeah, it is a good collection. It's not no Star Wars though. Boom.
Well, he's got all that too over here, so he's got tons of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Don't pay no attention to The Last Jedi. He just bought it out of morbid curiosity, so he hates it. So don't worry, he's a cool guy.
Don't worry, he's a cool guy because he hates it. That's funny. Well, he must like Star Wars.
Chat.
That's why, What did Master say? Wow, such a warm reception. Was unexpected. I'll take it. Oh, good.
That's awesome. He tweets good stuff.
He does. He's a good he's good in the community of the Twitterverse of most everything.
Commenting on stuff.
I think I like. There's something that he tweeted before where it's like if something crazy happens, he posts all the crazy like SJW reactions and he makes an image out of them.
Oh,
of all the crazy tweets. I think those are funny.
That is good. Well, before I didn't do a commercial break, so let's do a little short commercial right now. Everybody that's watching, hey everybody, let me tell you what we do here. Oops, wrong one.
What is this place? Sorry. What is it that you do here?
Merchandising. Merchandising. Where the real money from the movie is made. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful. And if you want to help support us here at Inside the Booth, you can buy some merchandise over at www.insidethebooothtv.com/shop. You can buy yourself some cool stuff. Right now, I'm wearing this cool thing called a neck gaiter. For those who don't know what it is, It's a neck gaiter. Neck gaiters you can use for almost anything. I call it a do-rag. You can use this so if you're a construction worker walking out in that big desert like Aquaman was, you can keep the sand out of your face.
No one likes sand. It's coarse, rough,
yeah,
irritating.
next time I'm in a desert, I'll let you know.
That's it. And then what else? We got mugs, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stuff like that. Also, if you like what we do here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, vanquish the like button, and...
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
That's it. Ding that bell so you get notified every time we go live. All right. So that commercial is now over. We also have a Patreon page, by the way, everyone. So go ahead and become a Patreon member. Let's support us. Anyways, still haven't seen... What? Wait a minute. What? Master of the TDS, you are an awesome guy, but you haven't seen Spaceballs?
Don't feel bad. I haven't seen it either. So
I've seen it once.
I know the merchandising reference, but that's about it. So you're not
Dave,
alone.
You haven't seen Spaceballs?
No, I
Someone
never got
who
around
loves
to
Star Wars, you guys would love Spaceballs. Ay, ay, ay. I think Spaceballs is what got me into Star Wars. No, I don't know. But
my mom was the one who got me into Star Wars. She's like, watch this movie. That's it.
That's it. I went full Anakin Skywalker. I hate sand. Yes, that's right. Yeah, got to use the Schwartz.
The Schwartz. Yeah.
Great movie. I was lucky to have a TV at all growing up. Ah, yes. I think we all been there. Orthodox Jew. Oh, okay.
Oh, you couldn't watch TV?
Gotcha.
Wow.
As an Orthodox Jew. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's ultra Orthodox. Yeah, yeah.
No electricity?
Oh, they do
Amish,
electricity. That's Amish. Yeah,
That's
Amish don't do the electricity. But Jews, they're very religious, so they don't like to watch things outside of what they believe in and stuff. I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, this is true. Sometimes not a bad idea.
With what's all in the movies, it's like maybe they got something there. You never know.
Right. We get a little distracted, a little open yourself to demonic activity, maybe.
My parents were always real careful with what we saw when I was growing up and everything. So
yeah.
When I was really little, we didn't even watch Star Wars because of the kind of like new agey elements of the Force.
What?
Right.
It wasn't until like '96 that I saw Star Wars. And
right.
Ever since then, I've been a big fan.
I saw Star Wars in like kindergarten. One of them. The newer, not kindergarten, elementary school. I don't know what age. Whenever the young Anakin Skywalker was out.
When he was killing the younglings? Here, children.
No. When he was a kid.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, first episode.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Anakin.
I saw that one in theaters.
I think I did too.
Episode 1, and that was a lot of fun. That was one of the. It wasn't the first movie I ever saw in theaters, but it's the first movie I remember seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing was we got our fan film played in the theater for one night, and it was the same theater that I saw Phantom Menace in when I was a kid.
Oh, that's sweet. Cool.
Just on a personal dorky note, it was cool seeing it in the same theater I saw Star Wars in first.
That's right. I saw it in the womb. How'd you know? I wasn't even born yet, and I saw Star Wars.
That's right. On the Sabbath, we don't use something similar to the Amish. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Raven and I grew up Orthodox Jews. We are a bit more modern Orthodox now, but some of our friends still haven't. Never watched TV at all.
Wow, never watched TV at all.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder how different
it's fun to know
if I never watched TV.
Right? Yeah,
I really do wonder.
That's
Like,
interesting to think about, right? Like, even if we lived back in the time where there was really hardly any TV, would we?
Well, everybody grew up with.
What would
we would be listening to the radio if it wasn't the
yes.
TV, right?
Yes,
radio.
To the radio.
That's true. Now, what about the ones grew up without radio back in the 1700s? You know,
They just lived in their own little world.
Kicked rocks down the street.
Kicking rocks down the street. Yeah.
They talked to their neighbor and had a social life.
You'd be talking about books because they read books. I mean,
that's true. There were.
Oh yeah, books was a form of entertainment. Sure.
Yes.
I still read books slowly. Well,
I look at the pictures.
I have one book I've been meaning to read and just haven't done it, but it's like I need to do it, just haven't done it.
Yeah.
I got a big book on the making of Jurassic Park that I still need to read the rest of.
Yeah. Are you reading it for any particular reason, just for fun?
Oh, I just got it for Christmas a couple of years back. It's got a lot of really interesting information in it on the production and everything. So,
nice.
I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. Anything with dinosaurs, really.
Jurassic Park's fun.
Yeah.
So Phil, you're right. If my brother and I never watched movies or TV, we probably wouldn't be doing Inside the Booth. Inside the Booth wouldn't exist, and I wouldn't have met such great people.
You would have never met me. That would have been a terrible thing.
Yeah, that would have been
same.
Such a horrible loss for the internet.
For the internet.
Exactly. This is the best thing about the internet, right?
You can talk to people that all over the world, and you don't have to leave your house.
Yes.
Now, okay, my question, Master of TDS, for you guys, the Jewish Sabbath, that's Saturday, isn't it? Or is you guys still do, right? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, actually, for Orthodox Jews or whatever, the Sabbath begins on Friday 6 p.m. goes till Saturday 6 p.m. That's okay. Yeah.
And he says he goes without any social media and stuff for the whole day. That's nice, you know. I mean, sometimes it's probably better to do that because then life becomes a little bit more simple, you know.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about a bunch of stuff all the time.
That's why I'm kind of getting annoyed with like even Twitter a little bit. It's just all the posts I see is just like fear monger, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I just don't care anymore.
Right. So he says it all depends on the lunar calendar. That's nice. That's cool. Yeah, as Christians, it's not that we call it really Sabbath, but we take the time off and go on church on Sunday and worship God on a Sunday, and usually take time off then. Yeah, so it's interesting to know the differences between different, because as Christians we believe in the Jewish Bible and all the Jew stuff. We just believe in the whole Jesus part afterwards, So, my brother is here. He does say hello. Hey, y'all, all you boothers. That's right. Should we do it together? Do what? Wait a minute. What were you talking about, Oya?
An online, offline break. Take a break. Love it. It's like we should do it together.
An online break. Yeah.
Offline break. Yeah. I don't know.
An online offline break.
I don't know. I do like video games and they're online.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I could do it for a weekend. I think.
It does help to turn off social media.
Yes,
I think it's a healthy thing because it's like
I think
you're usually fed stuff by algorithms that
piss them off, and then you're just mad
out of you. And it's like it either makes you mad or makes you depressed. And most people they kind of start lashing out at everybody when they get mad instead of just being like, well, you know what? I'm not going to change their mind, so I'll just let sleeping dogs lie. Because it's all about engagement. They want you to click on stuff and make a bunch of money. So
yeah,
I just stay out of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I didn't have to for posting videos, I wouldn't have a Twitter because there's just so much crap on there that's annoying. But
yes, Dave, you got to do a lot of social media stuff too, just like us, because you got to get yourself out there and people to watch your stuff. It sometimes gets hard and taxing on you. You know, it's like why do I gotta do it?
Because you gotta try to be like entertaining, and then also you have to be really careful with how you make a joke, because like, well, this could make that could make these people mad, this could make those people mad. I don't want to make anybody mad, so then you just delete the post altogether, and you're like, I'll wait 5 minutes until I come up with another joke that I feel like would be better. And so every once in a while, like, I won't even comment on movie opinions, because it's like, okay, that'll just get everyone mad if I say I don't like that movie. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, you got doxxed? That's not good.
Not all is sunshine and rainbows. No, it's not. But you know what? Sometimes it is what it is, right?
I don't like the doxing thing. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Now, is that kind of like being suspended, or what? What's doxing?
No, doxing is when someone like puts their info out there.
Yeah, when they
where
put your
you
address
live and all that jazz. So
your phone number online.
It's bad news.
But I mean, if you can easily find a resume. It's not that hard.
This is true.
I'm not
and plus, you got to put
yeah,
and you got to put like some kind of address on certain things on social media too, like where you live or whatever.
I didn't for Twitter, I don't think.
No. I don't know how they would get your home address. I think that would be a little creepy.
Well, if you buy stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, right. I guess they could
get
your address from like Amazon or something.
Right. Your information can get sold from there.
That would be not cool.
It's a tough thing. The internet is it's got a lot of downfalls, but it also has its upfall.
It used to be
upside.
It used to be good.
Thanks, Dave.
It used to be good until like everyone started like weaponizing the internet against other people, which is like, why are we doing this?
Right.
It's ridiculous. Because people can't be adults. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's true though. It's true. It's unfortunate. And Brett says he tries to post his opinion on Twitter, but they always attract trolls. They do. I don't care about trolls and stuff. I put my opinions on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. People can hate me. That's fine with me.
Yes.
I always try to find kind of like a good balance between saying what I think about a movie with also trying to make sure I'm not seeming mean-spirited to anybody, so that way like try to diffuse any anger of like, this is just my opinion, and I might make a few jokes about it, but I'm not saying you're a terrible person if you like this movie or whatever. So maybe that's why people don't really tend to get too mad at me. I've had a couple mean comments on the fan film, but that's really about it that I've had to deal with. Hopefully I didn't just jinx my channel, but so far people have been pretty nice with my stuff. Did we just lose Dan? It looks like he's kind of frozen here.
Oh, sometimes that happens.
Dan.
Uh-oh. Are we still going?
Yo, Dan.
Yeah, I think we're still going. It's just Dan's.
Okay, now's our chance. We can really talk about him behind his back.
All right, okay, so this is what I really think. No.
But yeah, with movies, I like to try to kind of balance criticism with humor to where it's like, it's not mean-spirited. But I'm saying, at least hopefully it doesn't seem mean-spirited.
Looks like Dan dropped out.
Oh,
I guess he'll be coming back probably.
I guess he better, because there's no other way to end the stream unless he comes back.
You're just gonna talk for the rest of the night, or just...
Okay, well, it's 1 a.m. He doesn't.
What's the topic now?
Let's talk about Lord of the Rings, guys.
No, I'm okay with that.
I still haven't reviewed those. I got to get around to those.
Have you watched all the movies for Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings movies are so long.
Yeah, but they're good. They're good,
like
though.
5 or 6 hours long each.
Well, it's more like 3. 3 or 4 hours long.
Have
for
you
some of the extended
watched
editions.
So long.
Did you watch the Harry Potter films by any chance too?
No, I
Yes,
haven't
I've
watched
seen
Harry Potter.
films.
I've seen
Some
Yeah,
one.
I'm just
of
curious.
those.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Some of them.
I actually really did like
Oh,
the
Daniel's
Harry Potter
I'm
movies.
back.
Hey, he's
Hi,
back
everybody,
from
I'm
outer
back.
space.
That's right.
Oh wow!
I went into outer space. Brett
Thanks,
likes you,
Brett.
right?
Dan, where were you?
My internet went. I don't know.
Kaput?
It had that explanation point in the thing, and
Oh,
it was like,
I
"Wah!"
guess you just got disconnected a little
I
bit.
got disconnected for a second, and I'm like, oh man, why?
I'm like, you upgraded your internet. This shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But I guess it does. I don't know.
We started talking about Lord of the Rings without you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
that's
talking
okay.
about
We
Lord
have
of the
nothing to do
Rings.
with Aquaman, but hey,
Aquaman,
but the
Lord
bad
of
guy
the
did look like discount Sauron, so maybe it kind of connects somehow, right?
Rings. There you go. Yeah, it was a discount.
It is
Sauron
all connected.
mixed
No, why
with
don't
that
they make a
ghost
Johnny
guy.
Quest movie? I'm serious.
They were gonna make one with The Rock and Zac Efron a couple years back, and I'm glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, I would agree with you on
Because
that.
yeah, I'm glad
Bad
that
casting. I hate that they cast The Rock and everything. It's like, is there no other actors available? Like, I'm so confused.
Right. Oh, nice. My facial expression was hilarious. Nice. I'll have to rewatch to see how my face was before it shut off. That's funny.
You
Did
look
you
like
guys
you were
hear?
pondering.
Yeah, you look like you were kind of like in the middle of like you were just getting ready to say something. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about Lord of the Rings, though, have you guys heard of the War of the Rohirrim movie?
Mm-mm. What's that?
Okay, it's a new Lord of the Rings movie that they're working on right now. Philippa Boyens, who worked on the screenplay for the original Peter Jackson films, she's like producing it. I think her daughter is working on the script, and it's a prequel to the Lord of the Rings films, but it's being done as an anime, a big like award-winning anime studio is doing
really?
it. But and they brought like Richard Taylor, John Howe, Alan Lee, all those guys in for like the art design of the film. And Brian Cox is gonna voice like Helm Hammerhand, the guy who made Helm's Deep. He's one of Theoden's ancestors. And Miranda Otto is coming back to play Eowyn. She's going to narrate the film because it's like a history of Rohan. So,
interesting.
From what I've heard, it's supposed to come out either this year or next year. So there's not a whole lot of info on it yet, but it is in the process of being made. So
cool.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Thanks,
one of the only
Master
movies I'm actually excited about.
Thank you. He's leaving here for the stream hop, he says. Hopefully, yeah. Thank you, Master TDS. We will see you later. We're probably going to get going soon, too, here. So, sorry for cutting you off on your talk about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no, that doesn't have anything to do with the stream, so it's fine. We're kind of like in, overtime here. With we already said we hated Aquaman, so it's like...
Yeah. We beat up Aquaman pretty good, I think. We're the winners.
Yep. It was waterlogged by a terrible plot.
What I'm actually excited for is the Warhammer thing that Henry Cavill's doing.
That could be interesting.
I'm gonna, because they're going by source material, so I feel like they're doing source material, and they're going because he got mad because the Witcher crew didn't do it justice because they didn't follow the source material.
Yeah, the second.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how, like, I might be actually interested in watching this in like theaters and like actually getting a little hyped about it. That's like
Warhammer, huh?
Yeah, it's
like a tabletop game.
Oh,
I don't really know much about it, but it's a big popular sci-fi thing. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all down for it because I like sci-fi. Any new sci-fi stuff I can get is cool because I like Star Wars, Star Trek.
I think it's,
I can't get enough of that kind of stuff. So
I think it's called Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micah does say, hopefully, War of Rohirrim, however you say that name.
Rohirrim.
Yeah. He says, we'll be anti-Rings of Power.
Here's hoping. Since it's got an anime studio working on it, I'm thinking it probably will be.
Yeah.
So, and it's got the old school crew working on it, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah. My brother says, is that
I
Lord
wonder
Vader?
what studio is
No,
going
of course
to do.
not. That's Dave.
Wonder what
I don't even
studio
know
would
that
do
guy.
the
Who's he?
Yeah, who's Lord Vader?
Who's he? I've never heard of him before. I don't know that guy. He's ugly.
Yeah, he's got a mask on his face, black helmet. What the heck?
He's got a pretty cool channel, though, I will say.
He does. Vader reviews. Don't
this
forget.
This is tea, by the way, everybody. This isn't like a big old mug of hooch. This is sweet tea. I live in the South, so yeah. Just wanted to let everybody know that.
Tea.
Well, everybody knows I'm a Christian, so I just wanted them to know it's like that's tea.
Oh, gotcha.
So don't worry. Don't worry.
So don't worry. He's not getting drunk.
I'm not a booze hound. Don't worry about it. But yeah, the War of the Rohirrim, that's one of the few movies I'm actually looking forward to in the next coming years. And everyone's all excited about Dune Part 2, but I'm just kind of like, first one was okay.
I haven't seen the first.
I'll see it to review it.
I'm gonna
I'm just
see
like,
it. I'm excited about it. I thought the CG was great. I want to see more of the earthworm or the earthworm, the worm
worms.
thing.
Earthworm Jim on steroids.
Earthworm Jim. I want to definitely see. Like, I just want to see the big worm thing. Like, that's all I care about. I don't really care about anything else. I just want to see more of that. I'm like, please make it look good.
Jacob Ironside. What's up? You're a little late, but it's okay. For those who are late, you can always rewind and rewatch. Rewind.
This isn't
spoiler
VHS.
alert. We hated Aquaman, so there you go.
Yes,
You're all caught up.
Yeah,
You're
all caught up. We didn't like Aquaman. So here's Dave's awesome thing. Vader reviews. YouTube. Go check it out. Just posted it on the chat there. Dune's got worms.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. And I will. I don't know why I forgot to put it in the description below. But
it's fine.
I try my best to stay on top of,
It's hard to remember to put all the crap in, all the links. I mean, when I do my reactions to stuff, like a lot of times I'll forget to leave a link to like the original thing I'm watching.
Right.
And that's like YouTube etiquette. You're supposed to do that. It's like, oh crap, I didn't put that in there, so I have to go and try to edit it later. And so it's like, I get it. It's hard. Plus, you got like kids and everything too, right? So you got a lot more to think about.
Yeah, I got 3 kids, and
so.
Yeah. So Jacob Ironside says just finished his show. Thought he would say hello. Well, thank you, Jacob.
I'll have to go give it a watch when you're done. I don't know who you are, but I'll check you out.
Yeah. Jacob used
Not
to come
like that
all the time, and
I'll watch your show.
Yeah, I'll watch your stuff. I'll check you out. He used to come on all the time watching our stuff, but then he started his own channel, which is cool. I like that. I like when people start their own stuff, and, we're all in the same boat, I think. Vader Reviews is a pretty righteous channel inside the booth too.
That's my buddy Micah. He's our Jedi from the fan film, and he's also gonna play the vampire in our upcoming swashbuckling monster thing we're working on.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Me and him were supposed to do some sword fighting practice tonight before the live stream, but he's feeling a little under the weather, so hopefully he's feeling better. But we're going to meet up on Thursday and get back to practicing the sword fight.
Yeah.
So appreciate you too, buddy.
And then it says blah.
Blah.
I'm feeling blah. Yeah.
Well, he's doing the Bela Lugosi like blah Dracula thing.
Oh, the blah,
blah, blah. Yeah.
Blah, blah,
we got the costumes all put together, and they look pretty cool. And we got some really cool swords. They're actually like training sabers, like real fencing sabers. So
okay.
Not going to have to do a whole lot of sound design on this, because when we're swinging at each other, it's going to really make some cool clangs. So
yeah.
the only problem is like I don't have a helmet to hide behind, so I forget the choreography, I'll really get smacked in the face. So I'm gonna have to be careful this time because they're metal swords.
Right.
So the helmet did get dinged a couple times when we were making the fan film. So
nice.
Hopefully I'll remember the choreography now that we're using real swords. So all I'm wearing is a hat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're gonna have to, right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, cool. Well, I guess let's just call it a night. There, we are 35 minutes over time, which
that is
okay.
definitely overtime.
Yeah,
that's
that is
cool.
definitely
that's
overtime.
Cool,
which is okay. Sometimes it happens. And I love everybody on here, so I like that we can chit chat and still hang out.
Yeah.
Even after. So yeah. So we'll say goodbye to the people watching and the people chatting. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to, like I said, subscribe to the channel, ding the bell, vanquish the like button. Go check out Vader Reviews. And follow us on all social medias because Inside the Booth has them all. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and many more. So go find us somewhere and give us some message. Give us some private messages, and we will say hello back. So thanks for watching, and thank you guys for being on. By the way, for tonight.
Have a good night.
And, yeah.
See you later.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Let's put some more goodbye music. Goodbye music isn't working. There we go.